There will always be change. Several people who have attempted to oppose it have had to learn their lesson the hard way. You're about to experience a significant life transition, which is why you're reading this content. You will be guided through it by this resource. These are 6 guidelines for change. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is about 6 rules of change. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Rule number 1. Change with the environment or die off. It's not the strongest that survive, but those who can change the fastest. Times are changing and most are slow to adapt. Every change brings opportunity. Every new idea creates ripples of opportunity not seized by the previous generations and who over time became stale. They lose their hunger and their ability to hunt. Before they know it, they starve off, making room for those who can navigate the new environment. Every day you get to make a choice. Are you going to find the opportunity in the new, or are you going to complain that things are no longer the same back when you found them to be comfortable? Rule number 2. Change might be hard now, but regret is hard forever. You know the saying, right? Change is hard, staying the same is hard, and choosing you're hard. Well, this is the adult version of that, because if you break it apart, you realize you only have 2 real options in life. Rolling the dice of change, and maybe through effort, discipline, and a little bit of luck you might win at this. Or remain the same and lose by default. For some of you, the life you're living right now does not lead to the life you wish to live. And as long as there's a gap between desire and reality, you're doomed to be unhappy, unfulfilled, and regretful. Looking back on that list, a smart person will realize you only really have one option left. Rule number 3. If you want different outputs, change the inputs. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, you know where we're going with this, right? If what you're throwing at the wall doesn't stick, maybe change what you're throwing, learn from the things that fell off, and adjust. If you're making progress, keep at it. If you want faster progress, either do more of what you're doing or get smarter about it. Once you realize change is a permanent ingredient of the road forward, you'll stop thinking about it as something you only have to do when things flatline. The scale of what you are changing may differ, but the change is permanently present. Rule number 4. You don't get to complain about changes you haven't made. Some of you are broke because you're lazy. Some of you are overweight because you don't exercise and eat garbage all the time. Some of you are not in a relationship because you haven't taken the time to develop a personality. You don't get to complain about your house being dirty if you don't clean up after yourself. These words only trigger those who deep down know they've been hiding behind a self-knit layer of lies. Everyone's at fault for what's happening to you because of you, except you. One day you'll realize that nobody is coming to save you. Rule number 5. The fastest progress comes from changing what you do with what you already have. Stop using the excuse of not having what you need to start. Instead, start with what you have. Any fool can make money if they have money. The real magic is making money when you don't have any. This one skill causes the most powerful shift between the haves and the have-nots. Because some of the have-nots figure out how to make something instead of receiving it. Once you become a creator, you can always create and trade your creation for money, food, shelter, knowledge, tools, etc. Rule number 6. Change is an exchange. You give something up to get something else. Reframing it this way sheds light on what happens when you make a change. Here's the formula for change. Something exists but doesn't live up to expectations. You choose to get rid of the present and replace it with something else. Everything in life follows this formula. From simple things like changing your job, your car, and your clothes, to your employees and even your inner circle and yourself. Let's just say you've got an alcoholic friend who drains you of energy every time you hang out with them. What are the variables? The person, the alcohol, and your choice to spend time with them. You can change the friend, you can change the environment that you meet up in so there's no alcohol present, or you could decide to no longer be a part of those interactions. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.